Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. This is being done retrospectively because I f***ed up the original footage. How you doing, Tim?
Doing alright.
We're going to play a game, although we've already have, but we're pretending as if it's the start, even though once you get to the end of it, this will look awfully familiar to the end.
Spoilers!
Spoilers! Hello everyone, hope we're doing well. I am going to be playing... Tim's right, Tyranids, but first of all we're going to talk about my Blood Angels because I'm filming this and I'm way more important in my own estimation. So this is my 1500 point army, we're playing 1500 points. It's a Blood Angel army. Right at the back there, there's a grey captain and a black Death Watch or Death Company, so much Death Dreadnought. I've kept them at the back because I'm ashamed that I haven't painted them or Joe didn't paint them, for shame on you. The army list consists of that Stormraven, these 3 units of Primaris Marines, that unit of Sternguard, that unit of Death Company, that Captain Smash, that Lamartes, and those 2 that I've already mentioned. That's 1500 points. Indeed, that's a total of 9 command points, of which I've spent 1 on becoming a Death Company captain. And that's it really. Let's see what Tim brought.
Begin as they say. Hello boys and girls, right for you today I have my High Fleet Poseidon, and with that we have 2 units of 17 Steelers because of points reasons, because you know why not, and getting the battalion rule, a Broodlord, a set of warriors with 2 Death Spitters and a Barb Strangler.
Very exciting.
We've then got my Warlord over here, the little lonely Neuronthrope, reasons because they'll come then later, a Malin Scepter, a Tyrannosaurus, yeah, I never really see them anymore, but why not?
There we are.
The good old Exocrine, the punishment of pain. The punishment of pain. The Morlock just at the back there, who looks quite sexy if I don't mind saying so. A Harpy, that's kind of drunk and leaning too, but we'll ignore that for the minute. And then the old flying hive tyrant with 2 twin-link Death Spitters.
Used to be good in 7th edition.
Used to be good in 7th edition. This edition, he just looks good. But hey, that's the way it goes.
Okay. There you go. When you say High Fleet Leviathan, no, not Leviathan, sorry, Poseidon, what's that actually in real terms?
Ah, so it's actually High Fleet Kronos. So I'm re-rolling ones to shoot if I did not move, just to make Joe happy. So there you go. Thank you.
What deployment looks like before the game starts. Tim has craftily put all his stuff up in this corner here and hidden a flying hive tyrant as best he can there, along with some Tyranid warriors, and then standing valiantly into defence of something is these Blood Angels here, with a few things in reserves for fun. How are you feeling, Tim? Positive? Strong?
Yeah, kind of. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
You know,
there you go. There you go. The mission we're playing is, what's it? Targets of Opportunity? Targets of Opportunity. That sounds about right. So it's a Maelstrom mission, and we'll see what happens. That's what it looks like at the start. We don't know who's actually going first yet. We haven't done the roll-up. Should we do it?
Let's do it
in
live.
front of the thing? Do it live. There's another dice over there, Tim.
Oh yeah.
Over there. Over there.
Oh.
We used the terrible Casino dice that rolled only low for me so far.
I get a 3.
I got a 4, which is actually a 5. Do you seize the initiative?
Let's find out.
Here we go. Huzzah! No! I get turn 1. So that's the end of turn 1. In the opening volley, I was able to kill what used to be here, which was a Hexacrine, much to Tim's wonderment. Boo! Lame! Rubbish! And then in retaliation, proceeded to score. Here are all the objective markers that I was trying to do this turn. It will surprise no one to understand that of all of those options, I achieved none. So at the moment, I've got 1 victory point for First Blood, and Tim has
5!
Because he managed to get the best draw ever, and I got all. So yeah,
Strengths people.
I know. It's going to be one of those games. But yeah, at the end of turn 1, something of Tim's is dead. Nothing of mine is dead. Although he did do a wound.
Hey, that wound's important.
On the old Stormraven. So that's a thing. Let's see what happens at the end of turn 2. Any comments so far, Tim?
You suck.
No, mate, come on now. How
cool.
mean?
I know, I'm sorry, I apologise.
No, don't, you can't apologise. That undoes the whole insult. What's the point? Anyway, see what happens next turn. 2. And through the majesty of film editing, it looks like hardly any time has passed to you, but we've actually taken about 2 to 3 hours getting around to doing this turn, because we went for lunch. How was lunch, Tim?
Lunch was good.
Lunch was okay.
It was amazing.
It wasn't alright. Well, for me it was pretty awful, but Tim liked it, so I didn't really mind on that front. It was a bad choice for me. So at the end of turn 2, I scored 2 of these tactical objectives, as well as obviously my First Blood from the previous turn, putting me on 3. And Tim, how many did you get?
0.
0. It was a bit of a turnaround there. Highlights were this Company Dreadnought had a fight with that guy, but that guy didn't die and ran away. Captain Smash ran into some Gene Stealers over here. He did kill a Brute Lord and then proceeded to get charged and didn't die. Stayed alive on 1 wound, although it did cost me a few command points to do so. This lot turned up, disgracing our holy Space Marine territory. And I've just realised that this video is actually filming upside down, but I'm going to let it run upside down as it is because it.
We can flip it.
We can flip it with a video editing mastery. I don't actually think we have that power.
Oh,
I'm just going to miraculously do it now. And then the really annoying thing about this now is going to be is that if I have flipped it, now it's upside down again.
So down, upside down.
Oh God. Anyway, I'm going to run with that because I think it's actually quite funny. Anyway, that's the end of turn 2. Let's see what happens in turn 3. Tim's still winning. Just. But it's still a win. End of turn 3, and I'm making sure that I'm not filming this upside down now, so as to avoid any future issues. So what happened in turn 3? We agreed at the start of the game that in the random instance that it could happen, that a monster could charge up onto this building because it wasn't quite big enough, in the same way we agreed that they could charge up onto there or onto there. We keep the ruins rules the same, just when it came to this thing. However, I wasn't really expecting it to bite me in the arse quite as bad as it did, but the Maelstrom is now king of this castle, and he's loving life.
King of the hill!
King of the hill. So at the end of that turn, I currently reside on a grand total of 6 victory points after having slain a Warlord and scored first blood, and having scored 4 of these objectives. God, that's really difficult to do without dropping my phone. How are you getting on, buddy? How many points are you on?
I'm just holding in there. I'm just trying to stay in the fight.
You're also on 6, aren't you, right now?
I am. We are tied.
Potentially 7 if they stay there.
If the nut stack stays.
If the nut stack stands. Things of note. Captain Smash still isn't dead yet. In fact, he actually killed something. The last of the Gene Stealers, so he did really, really well over there. I did my Company Dreadnought. Lamartez scored an objective because I couldn't really let that one go to waste with the tight battle that it's been. My Sternguard got absolutely by Gene Stealer Fire, or not Gene Stealer Fire, Hive Guard, Tyrant Guard, whatever the hell they call it. Yeah. All went terribly wrong. And these guys fluffed a charge.
Of course.
There we go. That's what happened in turn 3. Let's see what happens in turn 4. Will there still be a game to talk about? Potentially. Oh, and I killed the flying thing.
The harpy.
Flying thing. That's it. And that's it, really. There you go. Turn 4 in the bag. No, turn 3 in the bag.
Turn 3 in the bag.
Turn 4 is coming up.
She's right.
Your backfield should survive. You feel like that?
I feel like that.
You're 2 Tyranid warriors and a Hive Tyrant.
Yep.
Because they've just been cowering in a building the whole game.
Yep.
It's very strange, isn't it, that the Blood Angels, the guys that were set up in the defensive position against the marauding hordes of Tyranids, would be the ones moving around the board. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The end of turn 4, what has happened? The Maelstrom got beat up by Lamartez because he's a big crazy bastard who decided to get stuck in. In addition to that, my Warlord and/or Terminator captain isn't dead yet, which is a plus. He's got 1 wound left, so that's fun. Captain Smash is being a big brave boy and hiding behind a building. He's smashed all he needs, now he's going to sleep.
Now he's going to retire.
Absolutely, we've put him to bed, given him a rusk and sent him off to bed. But yeah, it's the end of turn 4, and I'm currently on 7 victory points, and Tim, you are on? 6. So I've creeped ahead, but only because at the last minute I remembered what my Warlord trait was, which was that I had declared that he was ignoring wounds on 6s. So I miraculously managed to stay alive there, which was super lucky of me. I know that when I say that out loud it sounds like I'm cheating. It's like, oh, he conveniently remembered the one thing he needed to stay alive.
We checked it, it's fine.
We checked it, I am totally cheating there. But let's see what happens at the end of turn 4. Will turn 5 be the last turn of the game? If so, Tim could still potentially win depending on how the draft goes. We'll see what happens. Of turn 5, and after a lot of procrastinating and clever dice rolling and positioning, Tim's first psychic test was a smite, which he managed to perils, blowing up eventually anyway his own Hive Tyrant, which went really, really well for him. So at the end of Tim's turn 5, my turn 5, I am currently sitting on what could theoretically be 10 victory points if we're ending the game now, but it's realistically 9 because I haven't quite yet secured Line Breaker, although it is secured if the game ends. Tim also has Line Breaker, But again, only if the game ends here.
Only if the game ends
So let's roll a dice.
So it could be a tie.
Tim, do you want to do the honours? On a 3+, we do turn 6.
Yeah, it's a tie! Yeah!
Is it actually though?
Well,
is it really?
So you're on 9 and I'm on 9 because I got line breaker.
Oh yeah, but then my 9 becomes 10. Because I also have line breaker. Just to verify. Hang on, oh yeah, it's the handshake, the handshake.
GG.
We'll count here. So, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I slayed the Warlord, Thirsty Blood, and I line broke, so I got 10.
Yeah.
And what was yours, Tim?
So I got advanced, crush, secure, 4, 5. I got
plus
3.
2 for the D3, putting you on 7.
Yep.
You slayed the Warlord and your line breaks, putting you on 9.
Putting me on 9.
That's close, mate. That was close.
So close.
GG's.
To be fair, you almost taken me, but
I did almost. If it gone on another turn,
you would have taken
old Scrotal Sack would have got mauled to death by Death Company and Lamartes.
Yeah.
But to be fair, he's got a load of wounds, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's not bad.
He's a tough bastard.
It's just a tar pit.
Well, he is a tar pit. He's a real pain in the ass. I mean, you know, Lamartes ran at it, did something in the ballpark of like 8 wounds to it, and then I go, oh, what you got left, Tim? And his response was like 6 or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, brilliant. What a treat.
I think from my point of view, probably better deployment would have helped. The Exocrine going down in the first turn was a massive blow.
Oh, that was a big pain in the bum.
I couldn't deal with that, which also just went around and...
Oh yeah, it was relatively unchallenged. My feedback for you would be, I feel like you should have forced your Hive Tyrant forwards and made more of a threat of him.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to deal with a Tyranid army when things like Hive Tyrants are just staying in one place and not causing you any issues. So I think if you had moved them up the table.
I think it was because the re-rolling ones kept me sort of more stationary than I would have been.
Yeah, of course.
The Feel No Pain.
No, I think Feel No Pain's a much better option for your army, mate. Because again, the survivability would have gone up exponentially as well. But there you go. That was our 5-turn game. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Bye time. Bye. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.